What's up, everybody? Casey here. Thank you for watching the video, by the way. I appreciate you taking the time. I hate everybody named Carter now. Alright, so let me explain for those of you out there who are named Carter and are now the bane of my existence. My beautiful 7-year-old daughter who just started school a couple of weeks ago has already got a boyfriend, and of course his name is Carter. Now, she's always been really popular anyway. In fact, first day of school, my wife dropped her off. She says she walked off of the, got out of the car, I should say. And this is a brand new school. She doesn't know anybody at this school. We just moved. So brand new school. So she walked out of the car at school, and she was immediately surrounded by a gaggle of girls just getting off of a bus. And she, just like that, she's been at school for like 3 minutes, and she's already got a ton of friends. That's just my daughter. Total socialite. Which is always concerning anyway. I mean, it's good for her, but as a parent, you know, you hope that the social aspect of it doesn't become a bad thing when they get older. I obviously want her to be popular. I want her to be happy. I want her to have lots of friends, but I want her to be responsible. And so you just kind of worry about that stuff. But so far, so good. She's done a really good job of making good friends. She's only 7, so it's not like there's a large amount of history to draw from, but you get what I'm saying. So anyway, she's been at school, I think this is her second full week of school. They had a Thursday, Friday, then they had a full week, and then we're in the second week, I think, now. So she's already got a boyfriend. She actually calls him her boyfriend now. Whereas it was, they were the two who liked Pokemon in the class immediately. I guess he's got a Pokemon backpack, she's got one. And so they gravitated towards each other, and they have been playing. But I guess she said in that first week, she's like, yeah, he called me weird, but I think he likes me. And it's like, oh my God. she's already picking up on the signs and the cues. And then they were best friends, and they play all the time. Wait, let me quote my daughter based on what my wife said. Do you guys play at recess? Oh yeah, all the time. And they were best friends, and now my daughter told me last night that he is her boyfriend. And he gives her lots of presents. So she apparently, I think she has allergies, but we haven't had her officially diagnosed yet. So she's got the sniffles, and apparently he gave her some tissues because she had the sniffles. So she brought home a bunch of tissues, which, by the way, is very thoughtful of him, in spite of the fact that I hate his guts, because he's dating my daughter, trying to date my daughter, I should say. But then she brought home a bunch of colored pencils yesterday, and she put them in a pencil case that I 3D printed for her, which her mom said was not worthy of going to school because it was the wrong shape. I wasn't told that there was a shape, I was just told that they needed a pencil holder. So anyway, she's got all of these colored pencils that he gave her as a present in the pencil holder that I 3D printed for her. So he's giving her presents, they're hanging out all the time, and she's officially calling him her boyfriend. Yeah. 7 years old, she takes after Dad. She's had a couple of boys like her in the past, but she really wasn't all that interested. One of them she was definitely interested in, but it took a while because he was a bit of an a-hole the first year that they were together. And then he kind of started getting better. So then she started playing with him more and liking him more. But this one is a little different. So his name is Carter. Therefore, all of you named Carter, I hate your guts. But I'm trying to decide how I want to handle this. I know there's going to be some of you out there going, oh, they're just 7. It's cute little puppy love. No. That is not how it works for a dad. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to decide if I want to help her like 3D print stuff and give to him or something like that. I just I don't quite know what I want to do with all of that. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We will see. So this is my second attempt at using this setup. Now, if you watched the last vlog, you noticed that I used my new camera, which is a cheap, like $50 camera that I got on sale for like 30 or 40 bucks. And I really got it for the audio. I didn't get it for the video quality. That was simply as a backup, okay? And I wanted to do the two camera thing, which I'm doing right now. So the GoPro is my main camera, but because the audio doesn't work on the GoPro, go see previous videos on I Hate GoPro. And the audio does work on the new camera. I figured I'd take the new camera and I would face it forward so you can actually look at me and I can look at you while we are riding. And then the GoPro is the main camera. So, and then the audio works. Now, this is the second attempt at doing it. I went ahead and I was looking at some of the videos online of some cool settings you can get with GoPro to make things a little bit better video quality. I didn't really have an issue with the video quality before. I think it all looked just fine. All right, didn't stall on that hill. Yay! But I figured, you know, hey, these people have really good looking videos and I'm going to go ahead and test out their settings. And it just turns out that I don't have the right software to post-process the way that I really would want to. And so everything was very foggy and washed out, which you do if you can post-process in a way that is really accurate, but I don't have the right software to do that. So I just defaulted back to the GoPro's default settings, and then I bumped it up from 1080 to, I think I'm at 2.7 right now, 2.7K. And that should hopefully give me a good picture. And of course, if it doesn't give me a good picture, you won't see any of this. But, what's up, buddy? But yeah, so it's just been, you know, trial and error and that sort of thing. But I like the idea of having the two cameras with one facing me and then one facing forward. And then, of course, my audio going through that camera has so far on all of my tests worked brilliantly. The microphone that came with this camera is good. The microphone is a 2.5 millimeter, not a 3.5 millimeter, so that's a little strange, but the sound quality has been really good. I've been very happy with it, and I haven't done any post-processing with the audio or anything like that. So it's if I do anything, I might bump up the audio just a little bit, but that would be about it. So far, so good on the new setup. And today is the first day that I'm just trying the default settings while bumping the resolution up to 2.7K. So really, that's kind of what I had it on before, but I had it on 1080. And 1080 is perfect. I don't have any issues with that. Most of you are going to watch in 720 or 1080 anyway. But what I wanted to do is have the ability to do some extra editing, post-processing, special effects type stuff. And you really need to be at a higher resolution to be able to do that, especially if slow-mo comes into it. So that's kind of what I wanted to do. Not that I'm going to do a ton of slow-mo, but you never know. It just gives me more options, and worst case scenario, while I'm editing it, once it's done editing, I go ahead and save it as a 1080 anyway, so it's really not a big deal. But then I have the bigger file to do any special effects or cool editing tricks or whatnot that I learned along the way. I don't have a lot of time to do, you know, full videography type stuff, so I don't really focus on that, just because my schedule is already hectic, and I just don't have a lot of time. That just messed my camera up. There we go. Hi! Get a nice big bump there. So yeah, hopefully this works out. I know we do that several times, but I'm trying to figure out what to say. This is a new way to work. I've never taken this way to work before. I have taken it home twice, but I've never taken it to work this way. And I think it's kind of interesting, the path that I'm riding on. So I'm looking forward to it. So I'm taking old US 33, and it was interesting the last time that I came home from this. So, and I wish I was recording because a lot of interesting stuff happened on that trip, but it just ended up not working out. So hey, what are you gonna do? Yada yada yada. But we're all along the train tracks here, and sometimes there's some cool trains. and they go at a very interesting speed, and if you're going in the same direction, it kind of looks cool. It is windy today, like really windy. It's nice and warm, and it's supposed to be really warm today and tomorrow, but there's a lot of wind. It doesn't look like it in the distance, because if you look at that tree, it's not really blowing that much, but trust me, there's a lot of wind, and it is definitely blowing. What's up, boys? Are probably coming from the factory here. We have the factory make those here in town, so that's what I'm assuming those are. Whoa! Holy Ooh, Jesus! I got a gust of wind out of the right side, and my bike, it probably doesn't look like it in the video, but it felt like, you know, when you're walking on ice and your legs slip out, it's like your right leg slips and it slips to the left. That's what it felt like. Holy crap, that was like my second biggest scare on a motorcycle. So anyway, speaking of this weekend, the abate class that I am having for listeners is totally sold out, and I knew that that was going to happen. I tried telling you all, if you wanted to get in on the abate class and take it with me, that you guys should act quick because they don't last very long. So originally, I was just going to take the abate class with listeners like I did last year. Now, this is the basic rider course, so I don't need it. I already have my license and everything else. But so then they were talking about me just doing like a meet and greet on the first day. And I said, you know, that's fine, whatever you guys want to do. I was like, my concern is that, you know, these people are going to be doing the class and they want to spend time with me. And I don't want to make anybody upset. So if I have no issue riding at all, none whatsoever, you know, riding a motorcycle is fun. I'm sure I'm going to get something out of the course again. It's a great course with a great instructor, so I'm totally good on that front. And they were a little surprised to hear that I would do it again. I don't know why. I told them last year after the class that I would totally do it again, but you know, I guess things change. And so I was like, yeah, let's, you know, just whatever you guys want. So then I heard that they're going to save a bike for me and that I would be able to ride in the class. So I was like, oh, awesome, no problem. And then they just informed me that it was so popular, not only did they sell out, but they sold my spot. So I don't have a motorcycle for the abate course. They're talking about letting me bring mine, although usually that's an insurance issue. So I don't know. We'll see how that all rubs out. But yes, God, I love capitalism. And so many people wanting to get in, they just decided to sell off my spot, which I'm totally fine with. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for this video. I want to go ahead and focus on riding. We got tree branches and crap falling in the middle of the road because of the wind. And I wanted to go ahead and just take a moment, really, and thank you very much. I know that when I ask for people to subscribe on YouTube, you do it. And when I don't ask, you don't. You watch the videos, but you don't subscribe. So I am begging and pleading and asking very politely and very nicely, please subscribe to this channel if you want to see this or any of my other content. And if you have any topic suggestions for things that you want me to discuss on the motorcycle, by all means, write them in the comments below. And make sure you hit that like button and the bell icon too to get notified when we go live or we upload a new video to the channel. Once again, thank you very much, and I appreciate your support. Have a nice day.